Hey guys, Courier Girl here. So, a little update from yesterday. In yesterday's video, I told you that my van had to go to the hospital because it wouldn't start. And so it got a new starter and it's all better. And as you can see, I'm in the van again today. It actually was done by noon yesterday and I picked it up in between jobs, which was awesome. So I wanted to tell you about a conversation that I had with somebody about this subject because the starter, with labor and a part and everything, was just under $350. And I was telling somebody that, and they're like, oh, wow, see, that's why I don't do this kind of work because the maintenance and, I don't have $350 to put into a part and all that kind of stuff. And they are not an independent contractor. They're not a business owner. They work a regular job. And so they just don't think the same way as I think as somebody who's owned lots of businesses, and I'm doing courier work as an independent contractor. So for me, it's like a cost of doing business. And I was thinking about this. So yeah, $350, but it allows me to be on the road, be earning money more than that, and it's my livelihood. So for me, it's not a big expense at all. And I just wanted to go over some rough numbers, really rough numbers about what it's cost me to operate this van. So I got the van in November of 2020, and since then I figured, and again, this is rough numbers, I didn't figure it to the penny, about $35,000 is what this van has cost me in money out. And that includes the cost of the van, licensing, insurance. Let's see what else. Oh, interest, because I had a loan on the van for a while and then I paid it off. So there was some interest that I paid. Maintenance, gas, even with the increased gas price, it includes that. And let's see, anything else? Car washes, stuff like that. So yeah, that's my rough estimate that the van has cost me about $35,000 in roughly 21 months of owning it. And going forward, since I'm already calculating the cost of buying the van in and the interest that I paid and everything, it would really be a lot less per month because I'm only paying now for gas, maintenance, insurance, stuff like that. In that same amount of time, that $35,000 investment has made me probably close to $150,000. Even let's say $135,000. Okay, just to make the math easy, I'm still ahead $100,000. So that's pretty good for me for about 20 months worth of using this van to make money. 100,000, it's about 5,000 a month, which is about right. So yeah, so I think for me it's a no-brainer that yes, I pay for maintenance, yes, I pay for gas, and those costs are much higher than they would be if you just are commuting back and forth to work every day. I drive a lot of miles and therefore my van needs more maintenance than a car that's not driving that many miles. But if you look at it as a business expense and you really calculate your cost of owning the vehicle and maintaining the vehicle against your income that you've made because you're using this vehicle, then I think you might find that you're a lot better off. And if you find you're not, it's costing you money or you're hardly making any, then it's time to either do things differently, get a more fuel efficient vehicle or one that doesn't need as much maintenance. I mean, I haven't had any, this is probably the first thing that's broke on this van since I've gotten it, other than I had to replace a control arm, but that was my own not seeing a big curve as I ran over it. And other than that, it's been like maintenance things like brakes, tires, oil changes, stuff like that. So I haven't had anything really break. This is the first thing. So I just wanted to talk to you about that because for me, it's totally worth the cost. And again, if it's not worth it to you, then you either need to look at a different vehicle, see if you're maybe not making enough money in the gigs that you're getting, or look into a different line of work. It's just dollars and cents, right? And there's also an emotional component to it. I worked in an office for years, decades, doing accounting and doing admin work and running businesses in offices, sometimes with no windows, with fluorescent lights. And I do not want to do that anymore. So my mental health and my peace of mind, my office is this driver's seat and my view is the entire world. And I love that. And I wouldn't even trade that. I would actually even make a little bit less as a courier than I could make in some accounting job because of the mental health aspect and the peace of mind that I have. And even though I pretty much just drive around a city most of the time, I see different parts of the city. Sometimes I get to go out into the country. So the scenery changes enough so that it keeps me happy. So, yeah. So, anyway, I just wanted to talk about that for people who think being a courier isn't worth it because stuff costs so much. Yeah, but it's cost doing business. And if you can make enough, totally worth it, in my opinion. That's it for now. I'm going to get back to my deliveries. I will see you on the road.